Okay, this is page 2. Question 3 at the bottom says, "What are some of the items Roger thought important to put in his backpack? What does this reveal about how he views school?" Okay, so look for the paragraph where he's putting some items in his backpack, and like, what does that tell you about how he sees school in general? Okay, all right, here we go. Page 2. "Oh, we lay there a while, then got up and did a Mexican hat dance," Roger answered. "It was swell." "I'm not sure every day is as frolicsome," Mrs. Clark countered, slightly anxious. She brought in dessert, a chocolate mousse. Roger's story sounded typical of St. Geoffrey's. Not that she was unhappy with his school. A small private institution, while it might be called overly permissive, it projected a warm, homey atmosphere which Mrs. Clark found appealing. It was church affiliated, which she approved of, and heaven knows its location a few blocks away from the brownstone was convenient. True, Roger's scholastic progress wasn't notable. His spelling, for example, remained atrocious. Friendly, friendly as St. Geoffrey's was, Mrs. Clark sometimes did wish Roger attacked dessert with a lot more zest than he had shown the peas. "So can I go to the park with you, Dad? I've only got spelling left, and who cares about that?" Before his mother could comment, he was up from the table and racing toward the coat closet. "Okay, Dad?" "I didn't say you could go. I didn't even say I'd take you," Mr. Clark objected. He happened at that moment to glance at his waistline and reflect that a brisk hike might do him some good. He pushed back his chair. "All right, but the minute we return, it's to your room to finish your spelling." "Ah, thanks, Dad. Can we go to the boat pond first?" "We will not," cried Elizabeth, elbowing into the closet. "We will go to the sheep meadow first." Roger was too happy to argue. Pulling on his jacket, he remarked, "Gee, I wonder what the new teacher will be like. Ready for your coat, Dad?" It was just as well that he gave the matter no more thought. In views of events to come, Roger was entitled to a few carefree hours. Monday morning at school started off with perfect normalcy. It began exactly like any other school morning. Elizabeth had long since departed for the girls' school she attended uptown when Mrs. Clark set out with Roger for the short walk to St. Jeff's. She didn't trust him with the Fifth Avenue traffic yet. They reached the school corner and Roger skipped away eagerly from her. The sidewalk in front of school already boasted a large, jostling throng of children, and his legs couldn't hurry Roger fast enough to join them. Indeed, it was his reason for getting to school promptly, to have time to play before the 8:45 bell. Roger's school bag was well equipped for play. As usual, he'd packed a supply of baseball cards for trading opportunities, a spool of string in case anybody brought a kite, a water pistol for possible use in the lavatory, and a police whistle for sheer noise value. Down the Greenwich Village sidewalk he galloped, shouting the names of his third grade friends as he picked out faces from the throng. "Hey, Tommy. Hiya, Bruce. Hey, Steve. You bring your trading cards?" By the time the 8:45 bell rang, St. Jeff's used a cowbell, one of the homey touches. Roger had finished a game of tag, traded several baseball cards, and was launched in an exciting jump the hydrant contest. Miss Gillis, the school secretary, was in charge of the bell, and she had to clang it extensively before the student body took notice. Clomping up the front steps, they spilled into the downstairs hall, headed in various directions. Roger's class swarmed up the stairs in. Okay, before we go on, answer question 3. What are some of the items Roger thought important to put in his backpack? So one of those paragraphs was very clear about that. And then what does that reveal about how he views school? Okay, answer that before you go on to the next page, please.